Achoo. When you hear this sound, please turn the page. In Letter People Land, there is an antique clock. Once it stood all alone in the town square. Now a statue of Miss A stands next to it. This is how it happened. The antique clock is very important to Letter People Land. It is the only clock that strikes every hour. At 1 o'clock, it strikes bing bong 1 time. At 2 o'clock, it strikes bing bong 2 times. Every hour, people hear the clock and know what time it is. They count the number of bing bongs they hear. Every morning at 10 o'clock, Miss A practices her Achoo with the antique clock. The antique clock strikes bing bong 10 times. Each time the clock strikes bing bong, Miss A sneezes Achoo. One morning, Miss A waits and waits, but the clock does not strike. I must find out what is wrong, thinks Miss A. Miss A rushes out of her house. She is surprised to see Allison, the astronaut of Letter People Land. "Weren't you going to the moon this morning?" asks Miss A. "I was planning to blast off at 10 o'clock, answers the astronaut. Everyone in the control tower listened for the clock to strike. It never did. I must find out what's wrong. Miss A and the astronaut hurry toward the town square. They meet Anton, the acrobat. "Weren't you planning to perform this morning?" they ask. "I asked the children to come when they heard the clock strike 10, answers Anton. "The clock did not strike. The children did not come. I must find out what's wrong." The town square is crowded. Everyone is looking up at the antique clock. "Do not be upset," says the mayor. "I telephoned the action advisors. They are in the clock tower now. The action advisors will know why the clock won't strike." The action advisors come down from the clock tower. "The clock will not strike bing bong anymore," they say. "Why not?" asks Miss A. "Bing bong is a fine sound." "We think it is, but the antique clock wants to make a sound no other clock makes." "It wants a sound that is unique," answer the action advisors. "We will return in a few days with different sounds for the clock to try." "What will we do until the action advisors return?" ask the people. "We will not be able to hear the time from the clock tower." "I'll make sure you do," says Miss A. "Every day, I will stay in the clock tower from early morning until evening." "How will we hear the time if you are in the clock tower?" ask the people. "I promise that you will," answers Miss A. Miss A hurries away. "I will need many things," she thinks. She rushes from place to place. At last, Miss A has everything she needs. She carries everything up the stairs to the clock tower. "Tomorrow morning, I will keep my promise," she thinks happily as she leaves. The next morning, everyone in Letter People Land waits and listens. At 6 o'clock, Miss A is ready to keep her promise. She gets her microphone. Everyone hears, "Achoo, achoo, 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 achoo." "It is 6 o'clock," the people shout. 1 hour later, the people hear "Achoo" 7 times. "It is 7 o'clock," they shout. "It is 7 o'clock," they shout. Every hour, the people listen and know what time it is. They count the number of achoos they hear. Day after day, Miss A keeps her promise. Every hour, the people hear the time. At last, the action advisors return. They try many clock sounds in the antique clock. Will the clock use any of the sounds? Asks Miss A. No, answer the action advisors sadly. The clock will not strike until we find a sound that is unique. Where will you find a sound that no other clock makes? Asks Miss A. We do not know, answer the action advisors. Miss A tells the action advisors not to worry. I will keep coming to the clock tower until you find a unique sound, says Miss A. Oh, it is almost 2 o'clock. Miss A rushes to get her microphone. Achoo! Achoo! She sneezes. What a wonderful way to hear the time, smile the action advisors. Every achoo sounds exactly as if a clock is striking. Suddenly, the action advisors look at each other. Miss A has given us the answer, they shout. Tomorrow afternoon, we will return with a unique sound. It will be a sound no other clock has ever made. At 2 o'clock, the antique clock will strike. The next afternoon, the people meet in the town square. They cheer when they see Miss A. We will miss hearing achoo from the clock tower, says the mayor. Look, cries Miss A, it is time for the clock to strike. Everyone waits. Everyone listens. The clock strikes. It strikes. Achoo! Achoo! You can hear many clocks strike ding-dong. You can hear many clocks strike bing-bong. You can even hear many clocks strike cuckoo. But did you ever hear a clock strike achoo?
I'm so happy to be Miss A, and I'm so happy to come and play. Oh dear, I almost forgot to say that when I'm happy I sneeze all day. All day I'm sneezing achoo. When I get happy achoo, or silly slappy achoo. Give me a hanky, please, 'cause I've got to sneeze. Achoo! I suppose you've noticed that when I sneeze, I don't sneeze sneezes like others sneeze. I blow